Go where the fear is. At the end of the day, what this world needs is people who are different. Anything is possible.
In this episode, I want to give you one really simple rule for acing life, okay? So this rule is so super simple, so stupidly simple, that it's really profound in how its tentacles reach out into every aspect of your life. This is a big one. This is huge right here, but it's very simple. And because it's so simple, you might overlook it and you might dismiss it as just like, oh, I kind of already knew that. But I encourage you to actually stick with me here and to contemplate the significance of what I'm about to tell you, because this is a very significant and a very profound insight. Here's the rule, the one rule that you need for acing life. Always do what's emotionally most difficult. Always do the thing that's emotionally most difficult to do in whatever situation you find yourself in. This is the exact opposite. If you take a moment to think about it, the exact opposite of what most people do, it's the exact opposite of what you do in almost every situation. And this is the mother of all screw-ups and problems and frustrations in life. Is this what most people do? Is they do the exact opposite, in a sense that they're looking for the most emotionally convenient and comfortable and easy thing that they can do in life. And they think that that's going to lead to the most cushy, comfortable, and pleasant life that one can have. But actually, what it does counterintuitively is that it leads to a mediocre and very frustrating kind of life.
Give yourselves a sense of urgency that I need to get things done quickly. And then when it comes to making decisions, a lot of time what afflicts people is this idea of, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to start my own business. I'm not ready to quit this job. I'm not ready to break up with my relationship, which is toxic or whatever. Give me another few months. I've got to prepare myself. I want you to get this idea that you are ready, that you have to try and do things before you think you are ready, right? If you think, well, I'm not prepared to start this business. I need to go back to business school. I need to learn more and more. Shut up and do it. Just jump in the water. You will learn more by starting before you think you are ready. By making that decision, your brain will kick into action. You will discover all this energy that you had that you didn't think you had. So make the decision before you think you're ready.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. Remember this isn't a hobby, this isn't a fucking joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach, there's no trainer to keep you going, it's only you. So think about this, you've been working your whole life to get a fucking seat at the table. The seat at the table is you want to be the best amongst all the best people in your fucking career field. So you finally get that letter. It's steak, lobster, it's a big dinner. Everybody's showing up, dressed to the nines. Make sure you show up soaking wet for fucking getting after it, working out hard. Towel around your neck. You respect the event. So make sure you put that towel over that nice chair so you don't fuck it up. The whole thing is this. Don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard.
Let me give you some examples. I want to list out a lot so that you can see how this abstract principle applies. Okay? So, in school, the emotionally difficult thing to do is to actually read the textbook from cover to cover. How about in college? In college, the emotionally difficult thing to do is to take the hardest classes. Your mind doesn't want you to take the hardest classes. That's difficult. How about on YouTube? When you're browsing around on YouTube, the emotionally difficult thing to do is to not click on one of those stupid cat videos. When you're afraid, in general, anywhere in life, when you're afraid, the emotionally difficult thing to do is to not panic and to not feed into your fear with more worry. How about a relationship? In a relationship, the emotionally difficult thing to do is to learn how to establish clear lines of communication. That's not what most people do in intimate relationships. How about when losing weight? The emotionally difficult thing to do is to actually give up sweets and to get your ass into the gym consistently. That's the emotionally difficult thing. How about in a debate? When you're having a debate, the emotionally difficult thing is to adopt the other perspective, the other side, to step into the other person's shoes. The mind doesn't like to do that either. It likes to insist that it's got the right perspective already. In church, the emotionally difficult thing to do is to question all your beliefs and all the beliefs and dogma of the church. Your mind doesn't want to do that. If you grew up in that one church and you have this faith in this church, the last thing you want to do is question all your beliefs about the church. When you're dating, the emotionally difficult thing to do, when you see that girl or that guy that you really like and you think is cute, is to walk up to them to say, "Hey, I noticed you. I thought you were kind of cute, and I just wanted to come over and get to know you." That's the emotionally difficult thing to do. When you're being criticized, the emotionally difficult thing to do is to consider the criticism seriously, to actually use the criticism to try to evaluate your own behaviors and to take it as feedback to see how you might improve. In life in general, the emotionally difficult thing to do is just to sit down and to turn off your mind and to meditate. This one's huge. Most people cannot wrap their mind around this idea that someone could develop a habit of meditation where they sit down for a whole hour in their day and do absolutely nothing but just sit in silence. What I'm telling you here, see what I'm giving you here, is kind of like that real high-quality, timeless advice that maybe your grandparents would give you.
But the real answer to your question is that when it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life.